Look at that.
Yeah.
Lovely straight edge.
Yeah.
I mean, that is razor sharp.
Yeah.
Absolutely razor sharp.
The chert tools that have inspired Phil are the best evidence that our monument's Neolithic, about 5,000 years old. But the pottery's all Bronze Age and could be over 1,000 years later. Our experts have got together to see if they can crack this puzzle. We were so excited about this pottery that we asked you to drop everything and come up here from Salisbury to see us. What is it?
Well, this is a very interesting little collection of early Bronze Age pottery. There seem to be several different vessels represented here, of which this is probably the best example. This is a rim from an early Bronze Age collared urn.
Do we know what that would have been likely to have been used for?
These vessels are quite often associated with funerary remains. They're used as burial urns, but they can also be used in a domestic context.
Give us a date. What do you reckon?
I'd say somewhere between 2000 and 1500 BC.
Miles, what about the tools?
Well, there's a nice sort of range of scrapers and knives and notch flakes coming up, so quite a dense collection of tools.
Now, earlier today, you said to me, I'm sure this is Neolithic, and yet you're now saying that it's Bronze Age. Do we have a problem here?
Well, certainly with the flint work, they're sort of, I would say, late Neolithic and or early Bronze Age.
Yeah, so there could be a chronological overlap between the two.
What I don't understand is, we've got this huge egg, which is representing our site, right? And we've got our hedge here. All these finds came from a trench just here on the ditch. These ones came from here, but nowhere round the rest of the ditch have we found anything at all. What do you think is going on?
Well, I think it's important to bear in mind that all this material is coming from a very sort of organic, rich, charcoal-rich layer in the upper levels of the ditch. So there's some kind of deposit going on. This is not rubbish material. This is some kind of deliberate deposit of flint tools, sorry, chert tools and pottery.
Why are people burying their tools and their pots?
People are coming up here in the very late Neolithic and early Bronze Age, depositing these tools, this pottery, in the upper levels of the ditch, in much the same way, I suppose, that 3,000 years later, the Romans are coming up and doing the same thing with their coins.
This site has produced one of the biggest range of finds we've ever seen on Time Team. From 5,000-year-old Neolithic chert tools to 500-year-old medieval coins, there's something from every period. And together they've unlocked the secrets of this site. We came here looking for a Roman temple and instead found what we thought was a classic Bronze Age barrow. But it's now clear that our thing began its life in the Neolithic about 5,000 years ago, as an enclosure ringed by a ditch and quite possibly by a palisade which was later burnt. The enclosure may have been used to display dead bodies.
Hello, my name's John Gator. Time Team is fan-funded by Patreon. This vital support helps us to make new episodes. Joining Patreon gives you access to exclusive interviews, 3D models and masterclasses, plus lots more.